I've decided to do a part 3 of the discussion on if homosexuality is against your religion, does that make you homophobic? And years and years ago, I can't remember how many years ago it was. I was watching Ricky Lake on TV, and somebody in the audience of the Ricky Lake show said, he was saying, I was brought up in a very religious household, and I was taught that homosexuality was wrong, and straight away she says, homosexuality, it is not wrong. Well, that's the example of how people think these days. You can't even you can't express your viewpoint because, I mean, this wasn't actually his viewpoint. He was gay. This bloke was, but he was saying what he'd been brought up with. But it's like you can't express your viewpoint about something these days without saying that you were prejudiced against another person. But it's like I said in the previous 2 videos. It's not that you're telling other people what they can and can't do with your life. You're entitled to refrain from a certain activity on moral grounds. I mean, years ago, when I was at college, when I was in my 20s, this is in the 1990s. They had this Stonewall. This organisation called Stonewall. Who were protecting homosexuals. Someone could complain to Stonewall if they were being picked on at college because they were homosexual, and because of this so-called, because of this, someone asked the woodwork teacher what their opinion was of homosexuality. Well, he says it's disgusting, but maybe you shouldn't think that way. Really, in our modern society, we're taught to accept them. Well, the thing is, you don't have to just accept everything that other people do you? You don't. You know what I mean? You can't stop other people from doing what they want with their lives, but that doesn't mean you have to accept it. If everyone's entitled to an opinion about something, and the Bible does. If you read the Bible, it does make it very clear that homosexuality is a disgusting practice in God's sight. I mean, the fact that in fact the Bible warns against fornication. I mean that the word fornication covers all sexual relations outside of marriage, and in Bible times, only men and women could marry each other. There weren't any. There wasn't any gay marriage in Bible times, but even, I mean, the Bible doesn't just the Bible is very clear. It makes it very clear that people of the same sex shouldn't be having and sexual relationships with each other. So that would rule out these homosexual marriages because of what the Bible says. but it's at the end of the day, it's up to you whether you choose to believe it or not. Everyone's entitled to their own beliefs, and that's just the way it goes. You can't expect. You can't just expect someone to accept everything that other people do, and just oh, there's nothing wrong with it. You've got to treat them as though just like everybody else. Well, you're entitled to think there's something wrong with a certain sexual practice. It's like, no, you can't control someone's thought processes, can you? You can't control what another person believes. We're not all robots. Anyway, that's just. I don't think he was picky. I don't think he was picky. I don't think he was a religious guy. That my woodwork teacher at college. I think he just. And I don't really think he was homophobic either. He just found relationships between members of the same sex disgusting. Well, if he found it disgusting, that's his lookout, isn't it? You don't have to just accept everything that other people do as being okay. It's like it's like what do you call it? Bestiality. I mean, they've only just they've just about made that illegal in Denmark during the past 6 years or so. Or 5 years, I'm not sure how long it's been, but they've only just introduced a law against it recently in Denmark. I mean, how many people are likely to just think it's okay for others to have sex with animals? Even the very thought of it's vile. I mean, one of my Facebook friends, she says she's seen this animal porn film that was made in Denmark, and it was smuggled into Britain in the early 80s by this Danish tourist, and she says she thinks it's vile. It's it's human nature to think that way. I mean, it's the same with homosexuality. The human race consists of two sexes, male and female. Well, normally they reproduce with members of the opposite sex, and children are usually brought up but by a mother and a father. There's a lot of divorce, because there's a lot of divorce around these days. They end up being brought up by only one parent in a lot of cases, but they were being brought up by a mother and father to begin with anyway. So I know. I know. I mean, in my previous parts of this discussion, I condemned racism. I mean, racism is not the same as having an opinion that others of a different race is inferior. Isn't the same as is not on the same level as thinking homosexuality is wrong, because your skin colour is not an action. It's the way it's what you were born with. I mean, homosexuality is an action between two people of the same sex. They don't have to do it. They can remain celibate. They could remain celibate if they exercise self-control, which is pretty easy enough. Anyway, and I know a lot of people don't agree with the way I think these days, but that's their business. Anyway, I'll be back soon with more discussions on various topics. Bye.